Unit 3 has to do with molarity, dilutions, titrations. The only standard covered in this unit is 323, which is infer the quantitative nature of solutions. When you see quantitative, you should think numbers, which means, dun 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 dun, calculations. There are 3 calculations that are involved in this unit that have to do with the quantitative nature of solutions. The first calculation is molarity. The second calculation is dilution. The third calculation is titration. Molarity is the concentration of a solution. It's how strong or weak something is. It has to do with the amount of solute, dissolved in a solvent. The equation for molarity is moles per liters, not milliliters, not kiloliters, not grams. So in every equation, just like before, what we do is we read the question, we list what it gives us, we list what it wants, and then we make sure that we've converted what it's given us to the right units to put it into the equation. Okay? So, let's do practice problems for molarity. We are going to find the molarity of 750 milliliters of a solution containing 20 grams of lithium bromide. Okay? First things first. Read the problem. List what it gives you. 750 milliliters. It tells me find the molarity. And it gives me 20 grams of LIBR. So the given. It wants molarity, which is a capital M. It gives me a volume of 750 milliliters. And it gives me a mass, which is a little m, of 20 grams. Now, I've listed what's given. I've listed what it wants. Now I have to figure out which equation I'm using. The equation for molarity is molarity equals moles over liters. That's the equation I have to use. So now I have to convert everything it gives me into the appropriate units. 750 milliliters, there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter, so I'm dividing by 1,000. So 750 milliliters is 0.75 liters. And now I have to convert 20 grams into moles. To convert grams to moles, I have to divide by the molar mass. Divide by the molar mass. So the first thing I have to do is find the molar mass. The steps are listed on this review sheet, and I also gave you this chart to help you. This chart is attached to the Unit 3 assignments page, and it says Finding Molar Mass Helper. It's the Excel spreadsheet. So So, I have to find the molar mass of LiBr. Step 1, write the formula for the compound, LiBr. Step 2, list all the elements. An element is denoted by a capital letter. So, my first element is Li. The I is not its own element because it's a lowercase letter. The second element is Br, and R is not an element because it's a lowercase letter. My subscript. The subscript is the number that comes after the element letters. Just like in math, if you have 3x and there is no exponent on the x, it's understood that that exponent is 1. So if there is no subscript, like in LiBr, you're doing the same thing you would do in math, which is assume that the subscript is 1. So Li is 1, Br is 1. That's step 3. I've written the formula, I've listed the elements, I've determined the subscript. Now I'm going to determine the atomic mass by looking at the periodic table. On the periodic table, the mass number is the number at the bottom of the element block. So the mass number for Li is 6.941. Well, that's not okay, so we're just going to round it to 7. So the atomic mass is 7. Br, the atomic mass, is 79.90. We round that to 80. So I've determined the atomic mass by looking at the periodic table. Check. Now I multiply the subscript by the atomic mass. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 80 is 80. And then I add all of those together to make 87 grams per mole. That is the molar mass. That is how many grams are in 1 mole of LiBr. Okay? You take that molar mass and you go back to your original problem. To get from grams to moles, I have to divide by the molar mass. So this would be, instead of dividing by the molar mass, I'm dividing by 87 grams per mole. 20 divided by 87 is 0.23 moles. Now, I have all of the givens in a unit that I can put into the equation. Correct? Molarity is moles over liter. I have 0.23 moles. I have 0.75 liters. Divide 0.23 divided by 0.75, and my molarity is 0.3 molar. And that is the answer.